Welcome to Shira Machshava on the Daf. Shira and Perek Chelik is sponsored Lilu Nishmas Arbi HaKoshol and Leah Basitzchok. We're holding it Sanhedrin Daf Tzadik Dalet. The Gemara in Mudav speaks about that Chizkiyahu wanted to make Chizkiyahu Moshiach. But the reason he lost out and he did not become Moshiach is because he did not say Shira. So the Gemara says that the Orit said, Lifnei Chizkiyahu, I'll say Shira instead of Chizkiyahu. And then comes a nevuah from a Chizkiyahu that says, Rozili, there's still a lot of tzaros that have to happen. So first we have to understand what was missing by Chizkiyahu. What does it mean they didn't say Shira? Why didn't he say Shira? And why is it so? That's what made him not become a Mashiach. And what does it mean that the Oretz replaced Chizkiyahu for saying Mashiach? The Oretz doesn't have das. Well, what does it even mean? What's the meaning of this idea? And then when Chizkiyahu comes back and says, the Rozili, there is still tzaros that have to happen, so why was Chizkiyahu right to be a Mashiach? So we start with the Maharal over here in Chidushei Haggados that explains that the Shira is to bring out to the open the nace that occurred. A person experiences a nace. The way he brings it out to the open, the way he reveals it to the world, is by saying a Shira, by expressing it out loud. And there's another oimek to it, because Shira is not just that you're expressing something loud, but is connecting things in a way that shows that everything is united and connected. Song is when you put many notes together to create a beautiful harmony. And this is what represents the gilui of a nace in the world. That you see how Kadosh Baruch Hu connects all the dots and there's a beautiful harmony together. So the Shira shows the nace, it represents what Kadosh Baruch Hu did over here. The Sasemis writes, and so I saw in the name of Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, that the reason Chizkiyahu did not say a Shira is because for him, it wasn't such a miraculous thing to see the miracle. He was always living under the Hashgach of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As we mentioned the previous Shira in this daf, the Medrash that says that Chizkiyahu told HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm going to sleep and you do the nace. For him, it wasn't a big pellet. But this seems to be, that was the Ikar Nekuda that was chassid to Chizkiyahu. As we mentioned the previous Shira, the whole point of Moshiach is to bring the Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu to the world, to the open. Chizkiyahu, of course, he lived in a high level. We saw the Gilui HaKadosh Baruch Hu the whole time. What he missed out was the fact they didn't bring it out to the world. They didn't come and demonstrate in the world that huge Gilui. By not saying Shira, he didn't show it out in the open. So comes the Oretz and says, and that's what explains the Maharal, the Oretz is not an actual land speaking, but it represents the world. The Oretz is basically screaming out what the world is saying. The world is saying, we don't need Moshiach to say a Shira. It's coming from the world. The fact there was such an unbelievable nace that you see Sanhedrin dying, the whole world is speaking about it. Just by not expressing Shira, you have an unbelievable gilui of a HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world. I don't need Chizkiyahu to say his own Shira. It's coming from the world itself. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, no, but you still need to go through more golios. So here comes Rav Moshe Shapir Zatzal and explain as follows. There's two types of geulos that you can have. There's a geula which is called the Torah Shebichtav geula, which means a geula coming from above from Shamayim. There's another geula which is the Torah Sheba'al Peh geula, that comes through what Am Yisrael have to, through the journey of Am Yisrael in the world. That's where the geula comes from. Chizkiyahu is a representation of Gilui coming from above and HaKadosh Baruch Hu doing everything. The same message that we mentioned. He says, I'm going to sleep, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu yilachem. He's going to do the whole thing. When the geula comes from above, so the geula can come right away. But there needs to be an Adam who represents the fact that the geula is coming from above. That's what Chizkiyahu had to do. If Chizkiyahu would do a Shira, so then he would show the receiving of the Gilui of Hashem coming from above. And then it can happen right then and there. Once Chizkiyahu is not doing that, and once it's only something coming from the world, says the Oretz, without we having Chizkiyahu saying Shira, the world itself is saying the Shira. It's coming from the world, that's a Torah Sheba'al Peh process. Torah Sheba'al Peh process needs much more to go through in order to get to that Geula. K'shmogu says, Razili. There's a lot to go. If you're coming through a Geula which is coming through Am Yisrael, So then you need to go through many Golius. The Maharal goes on to say there's still other Golius to come. You have the Golus Bavel and Golus Parasamadai and you have Golus Yavon and you have Golus Edoin. If we're going through the Mahalach of the world, through the Gilui of Am Yisrael, it's a long process to go. The chance over here to bring Moshiach was to bring it in a different way of Gilui, a Gilui that comes from above, but for that you need the Shira of Chizkiyahu. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.